Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am filming a best of beauty for 2017. It has been a crazy year for me and a crazy year for the world, and I feel like the year has flown by. I was accepted to esthetician school in August, and I got to work at Enchantment for a whole year, and my year anniversary was October 16th, and it was crazy that I've been there almost a year. Oh, well, actually now over a year. That I am about to leave my job and go into a different profession, and it's gonna be really great. I'm really excited about that. And my birthday was 3 days ago on the 11th, and I had a really great celebration with the family and some friends, and it was really great. Thank you guys for all the support this year. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I love reading your comments. I love reading what you guys have to say about my channel and giving me a bunch of feedback and support and everything. It's been really crazy. But yeah, so for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best of the best. Like the products that stood out to me this year. Just a few. I've tried a lot of new products this year, you know, for my channel and talking about makeup, and these are the products that were like amazing this year. And I will do a disappointing products video. I have a whole bag of disappointing products, so please subscribe if you have not already. You don't want to miss a video on this channel. I do makeup tutorials, I do first impressions, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. These are the 4 eyeshadow palettes that I used this year. So I'm going to start with this guy right here. This is the Voss Ride or Die eyeshadow palette, and I love Voss. They're a really great company. The first time I ever heard of Voss was with the Laura Lee eyeshadow palette, and ever since then I fell in love with their eyeshadow formula, and I really wanted to buy this palette because it has a mix of warm tones and cool tones. So you have, you know, your mattes, transition shades, and then you have your cooler tone shades over here, your blue shadows. It is necessary in everyone's kit because it has, you know, everything you would ever need. Especially if you're doing makeup on clients and things like that, it's really great to travel with and to use for every day. The shadow formula is so creamy and buttery and smooth. That's why I love Voss shadows so much. They are infused with jojoba oil. That's what makes them so creamy. They are beautiful and so buttery and amazing. That's what I love about Voss shadows. They're beautiful, and anyone could use these. They're so easy to blend. They are just magnificent. And this palette is, I believe it's $75, but it is so worth it. I highly recommend the Voss Ride or Die eyeshadow palette. So this is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and this palette is all mattes. They're all like peachy tone mattes. This palette smells like peaches, and I think it is so adorable. It doesn't smell like an artificial, you know, peachy scent. It smells like peaches, like what you would think a fresh peach would smell like. These shadows are the best Too Faced shadows I have ever used. They are so buttery and smooth and pigmented and very blendable. This is probably the best palette Too Faced has ever released, in my opinion. Like, oh my god, it is so beautiful. I don't normally go for products that have a fragrance to them, but I don't really mind that in this palette. I love the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, and I like the way that they smell, and the chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love that bronzer. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I really like that palette. I highly recommend it if you want an all matte palette. This is the Beige Cosmetics X Shaaanxo, the Remix palette. I love this palette. I think it is so beautifully done. And this side of the eyeshadow palette was beautiful. I mean, the other side too is this is the same one that's in the first palette that she did. I love that it has a transition shade, it has a brow bone highlight, it has your terracotta red over here, and then a black if you wanted to smudge out the lower lash line or do liner with it. It's beautiful. All of these shadows blend out so well. I've been wearing this palette quite a bit over the past 2 months, and I've been getting a lot of compliments on my eye makeup since I've been wearing this palette. It's not just for eyeshadows, you can use it for highlight, you can use it for blush. I love using this color down here, Bestie, for blush. It's beautiful. You can also use this shade, which is called Baby Girl, for blush as well. I mean, it looks very bright in the pan, but it's not bright. It's not like super bright like that. It doesn't swatch like that. It's so stunning. But Bestie is a nice neutral blush or a transition shade, but I like to use Vampette, which is one of my favorite shades, and Stalker, darken the outer edge of my eye. As you can see, I've been liking the berry tones in almost every palette that I've used this year. Anything with like a really dark burgundy undertone, like Vampette for instance, so stunning. It makes green eyes pop. And the palette of the year, in my opinion, is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Love this palette. It has every single shade you could ever want. I mean, it's got your transition shades, your sparkly pink shades, your red shades, your browns, your aquas and purples, anything you could ever want, and a black tone right there. The only thing that's missing from this palette is like a white, maybe like an ivory toned brow bone highlight or something to set your eyeshadow primer with. But other than that, this palette is perfection. I love this palette so much. Jaclyn killed it, as always. She kills every collaboration she ever does. The palette is very dirty because I've been using it a lot, and it came out with other packaging so it doesn't get as dirty. So when I run out of shadow in this palette, I will get the new packaging. But I've used it so much. Jaclyn Hill is an amazing YouTuber. Love her so much. This is the Violet Voss Pro Highlighter palette. This is the Rose Gold edition. I love this palette. It's great to highlight. It's all, you know, obviously shimmer shades. I have hit pan on Bloom. It is dented. You can replace them and put, you know, move them around in the palette. I just love the champagne shades and the rose gold shades in here. I like to mix Fleur with Bloom, or sometimes I just wear Bloom by itself. I mentioned it like my July favorites or something. And girl, look at these. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm not flipping you guys off. These highlights are so blinding. I mean, if you don't have this palette, I don't know what planet you live on, girl. I really don't. So these are all of the shades. And if you like a blinding highlight, this is the palette for you. This is a product I've been using for about a month, maybe 2 months, and I love it. This is the Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer from Benefit Cosmetics. I have heard about this eyeshadow primer from Shaaanxo, and she was saying it was really amazing and it preps the eye really well for eyeshadow, and none of the shadows that you use over it fade or anything like that, and that is so true. This keeps my eyeshadows on all day long, and I love that. And it is skin tone colored, so it's easy to like cancel out dark circles and pigmentation and all of that. Reminds me of MAC Soft Ochre because of it's pigmented like that. I love using it for eyeshadow primer. I was using the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer for a long time. It's not very pigmented, so it just like it doesn't cover hyperpigmentation or redness or anything like that. I wanted something to kind of even out my skin tone, so I started using the Stay Don't Stray, and I love it. Now, I just found out about this brand like a month ago. This is CYO, and I did a tutorial using CYO makeup, and I will link that on the screen so you guys can watch it. I just love this highlight. Some of the products in that video were a miss, but this was the hit of the video. This is the CYO Bronzing and Highlighting Shimmer Switch in the shade Lost in Space. These are blinding. Blinding. Like, you look at it and it's like, I don't really know about that. But then you use it and it's like, oh my god. They are chalky, but when you build them up, they're stunning. The one on the bottom is all of them blended together, and the top two are the first two in the pan. This highlighting palette is great to highlight with. It's very affordable. They are exclusive to Walgreens, and they have a lot of makeup. Like, they have a bronzer, they have a foundation, which I tested out. The next product I'm going to talk about is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Longwear Powder. It looks like this, and it has two layers. One is the matte, and then this one is the shimmer. But this shimmer has micro glitters, so it's not really, you can't really see them. But I feel like I've used this so much. I love using it to set my foundation. It gives the skin a glow, but it's not like crazy glow. It reminds me of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish that I love using for setting powder. Love how affordable it is. I like the Infallible line as a whole. So I started wearing lashes more this year, and I have been loving the House of Lashes Iconic Light Lashes. These lashes are really comfortable. They are really wispy, and they're not too voluminous. The original Iconics are very Vivant. These are not as Vivant. These are like really great everyday wispy lashes. And I also like the Allura light lashes from House of Lashes as well. Those are really great because they're not as dense as these are. They're a little bit wispier and a little bit longer in the center, but those are really pretty, and they're a little bit spikier as well, which I like sometimes for looks. So if I'm doing like really dramatic looks, I like the House of Lashes, the light lashes line that they have. It's really good. I've tried a lot of foundations this year. I love foundation. Okay, these are my go-to foundations right now. Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. This is my second bottle of this foundation. And this is my favorite foundation ever because it is so beautiful on skin. It is so long wearing. It gives the face a matte finish, but it's not a flat matte finish. It is beautiful. It makes your face look photoshopped, and that's what I love about this. It's not cake on the skin at all. You could apply like 10 pumps of this and it would not cake, it would not dry, it would not smear, it would not anything. It would just look, I love this foundation. This is my favorite foundation ever. Up to 24-hour color wear and comfort transfer resistant. I'm a little iffy about the transfer resistant part because it has transferred to my clothes sometimes when I'm putting on like a sweatshirt, but that's inevitable with foundation. It's very long wearing. I'll come home after like a 10-hour day at work and it looks amazing. It looks like I just applied it. But yeah, I love this. I haven't worn it for 24 hours, but if I wore it for 24 hours, it would be fabulous. I recently rediscovered the Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation from Maybelline. This has become one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore because it is super affordable and it gives the skin a nice, like the Lancome, a demi matte finish that is really pretty, and it doesn't cake, it doesn't dry. The only thing that I don't like about this foundation is that it doesn't have a pump. It comes out really quickly, like the product is everywhere. So I feel like if Maybelline made a pump for it, that would be fabulous. Like the Revlon, when they made that pump, oh my goodness, it was amazing. So I highly recommend this one as well. I'm starting to like it more, but I feel like I'm on the fence about it. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. And this is a perfect color match for me. It is so beautiful when you apply it at first. It tends to cake on my face a little bit and dry in areas that I don't want it to dry up. I feel like if you're gonna use this foundation, you should have a pore minimizing primer with it, because sometimes it sinks into my pores. The one thing that I did differently the last time I wore it was not set it. This sets really quickly on the face. All right, so this is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I like this primer a lot. I have been using it a lot recently. I feel like it minimizes my pores and allows my foundation to lay really nicely on top of it. It is a little bit more lotiony than the Touch and Soul No Poreblem primer, but it allows foundation to lay really well on top of it. It's great for those who have normal to dry skin. If you have oily skin, I don't know how it would work out for you, but maybe it would minimize your pores. I think it would, because it allows my foundation to lay right on top of it without feeling dry or cakey or anything like that. This is the No Poreblem primer from Touch and Soul. Touch and Soul is a Korean makeup brand, and I love this primer. It minimizes my pores. It makes my foundation go on so smooth, and it's just beautiful. It's a bit thicker than the Fenty Beauty primer, but if you have like normal to dry skin, it would work really well for you. It would work for oily skin, combo skin. It's really good. It's so smooth. It doesn't have any silicone in it, no dimethicone, so it's not like putty or anything. It has a little bit thicker consistency than the Fenty Beauty primer, but it's not putty like the Benefit Professional. And the best part is that it's $18, and $18 is like, for a primer, is unheard of in Sephora, and I love it. I highly recommend it. You get 1.01 fluid ounces, and I love the packaging. It's beautiful. Love it. All right, I can't remember if this came out last year or this year or whatever. I mean, probably came out this year. But this is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Babe Alert. I really like In Demand. I like Eversea, Big Spender. These liquid lipsticks are so comfortable on the lips. They are stunning. This shade is so beautiful. They have a little bit of a slip to them, so they're not gonna crumble or, you know, dry up. And that's what I love about these. They are so wearable, and I love the applicator. It has a hole in the center, so the product is deposited really evenly, and I love that it has a point on the end so you can get in the crevices of the lips. Highly recommend these lipsticks if you're looking for a hydrating formula. This is the Maybelline came out with their Super Stay Matte Ink liquid lipsticks, and this is the shade Lover. I have Loyalist, Lover, Heroine, Pioneer in this line, and I love it. It has the same type of applicator as the Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks, and it has that type of formula. It doesn't really dry down to a complete matte finish. It is very comfortable on the lips. The Kylie Jenner liquid lipsticks were amazing. They are one of my favorite formulas. This is the Candy K. I'm wearing it right now, and it's one of my favorite liquid lipsticks because it's a really great neutral. So one of my favorite blushes from 2017 was the Milani powder blush in the shade Romantic Rose. It is stunning. It is like the best neutral toned blush, like everyday blush of life, okay? It is so beautiful. I have rubbed off the rose print that was in here because I've used it so much. It's beautiful. Milani is one of my favorite drugstore brands. They have killed it this year. They came out with the most amazing highlights of life. They came out with some blushes that were amazing. They came out with foundation that was amazing. And yeah, and this is the highlight from Milani. This is their strobing light powder in Day Glow. This highlight is Vivian. This highlight is Sevilla Vivian. Very creamy, not chalky at all. Very blinding. And I also really liked Afterglow from Milani. That one was more of a pink tone, like has a pink undertone to it. So staying in drugstore land, this is the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and this is the shade Light. This bronzer has been talked about for a long time for good reason, because it smells amazing. I cannot stop using this bronzer. I just love it so much. I have hit pan, as you can see, and I need like 17 more. It's beautiful. It doesn't break me out. It just leaves a nice bronzed look to the skin, and they're coming out with more shades. How beautiful is that? If you have fair skin, like really fair skin, this would be a really great shade for you because it has a nice cool undertone. Kylie Cosmetics blush in the shade Barely Legal has been one of my favorite blushes. Has a nice neutral pink undertone, but is beautiful for every day. This is the Milani Color Statement lipstick in the shade Bahama Beige. This is one of my favorite brown toned lipsticks. It's beautiful for date night, it's beautiful for church, it's beautiful for the grocery store. Girl, it's beautiful for everything. One of my favorite lipsticks of the year. Not like liquid lipsticks aside, I love liquid lipsticks, but I love a good lipstick. And it smells like chocolate a little bit. This is a newer product for me, but I've been really liking it. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. This has replaced a lot of my other concealers I was using before, like the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I mean, I love that concealer, but this concealer is a little bit more full coverage. It dries really evenly and smoothly, and I love it. I love this concealer so much. I feel like it's replaced Tarte Shape Tape for a lot of people. I wasn't a huge Shape Tape fan, but I mean, I like the concealer, but I feel like it was too thick for my under eyes, so that's why I opted for the No Filter concealer. So this is like my Shape Tape, but a little bit a thinner formula. But yeah, I love it. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to Tarte Shape Tape. Smashbox lipstick in the shade Cognac, which is a fairly new lipstick for me. It has a nice deep undertone, like a rose undertone, which is beautiful. It is a shimmer finish, which I thought it wouldn't be. I thought it would be a matte finish, but it's not. It has a little bit of a, I think it's a satin finish. It is beautiful. I like it a lot. It does have a bit of a shine to it. But yeah, I really like that. If you like satin lipsticks, this is the lipstick for you. This is the NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Barbara. I got this last year for Christmas, and I was really excited because the NARS Audacious lipstick line is amazing, and it has like a magnet close. So beautiful. It's a perfect everyday lipstick color. So beautiful. NARS makes the best lipsticks. They are so smooth and creamy. So for setting powder this year, I've been using the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. I love this powder. It's my go-to. I've been through this is like my 4th container, and as you can see, I'm almost out of it. I love this powder because it is so nourishing underneath my eyes. All right, this is the Bite Beauty. Bite Beauty is a new brand that I've been using this year. A Mousse Bouche liquefied lip in the shade Whip. Manny was using this. He used this in a picture. I saw him using it maybe in a tutorial also, but oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. And Bite Beauty is a great brand because they use a lot of food, like food grade in their products, and it is so stunning. This lipstick is not matte. It doesn't dry matte at all. It does have a bit of a lemon scent. So back to highlight. I've been wearing these two lately. This is the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone and the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is Jaclyn Hill's collaboration. I love these. They are so blinding. Moonstone actually is a bit more subtle. Okay, so this is Moonstone and Champagne Pop. They are so buttery and amazing. Ardent Satin Monster Supercharged Eyeliner in black. When I say that this is black, it is black, girl. It is like midnight black. It is so creamy and really easy to smudge on the lower lash line if you wanted to, or even on the upper lash line. But it's really creamy. And Ardent Satin is like a very indie brand. And they've been liking my pictures on Instagram, and oh my goodness, they like almost every picture ever since I've started using this liner. It is stunning. I'm wearing it today. I wear it pretty much every day. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I love that pencil. It's really creamy and really easy to use, and this one is very easy to use as well, and the packaging is very similar to the Anastasia pencil. I just love this. I'm wearing it today, and I love this pencil because I stopped using this pencil for a while because I was using the LA Girl one, the Anastasia one, the Benefit brow pencil, and those are all really great, but this one is just perfect because it's not too waxy and it doesn't like crumble when I put it on. Sometimes brow pencils can do that, and this one doesn't do that at all. It doesn't skip on the brow or anything. My go-to lash glue of the year. This is the Esquito Companion Eyelash Glue. Mine is very grungy, as you can see. I need a new one very badly, but I love this one because it doesn't irritate my eyes or anything like that. It's just so beautiful. Love it. Love it so much. I've used the Ardell one, the Duo one, the House of Lashes glue, and none of those work good for me except for this one. For mascara, I've been using the Colossal Big Shot mascara from Maybelline and Shayla, Makeup Shayla, and this is really great. I was wearing this the other day and I wasn't wearing false lashes, and someone complimented me on my lashes and said they really liked them, and it makes your lashes very voluminous and very separated, and just they look like false lashes. If I don't want to wear false lashes, I'll just really curl my lashes and then put this on, and va-vam, it's done. It's done. Like, I love this. I highly recommend it. They have a variety of colors in this mascara. I mean, it's the same type of, I think it's the same formula. This is a drier formula, but I like that because it sets really well and it doesn't smudge or anything like that. This is the Caudalie Vino Source Creme Sorbet Moisturizer. I got this as a birthday gift from Sephora because if you're a VIB Rouge member or a VIB member or Beauty Insider, you get a gift from Sephora every year for your birthday. And this is amazing. It is so moisturizing. It smooths out the skin really well. It has a very floral scent, so if you don't like scents, this is not the product for you, but it is so good. You only need a little bit because it smooths out the skin really well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are all of my favorite products for the year of 2017. Yeah, it was a really great year overall, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below with what other videos you would like to see on my channel. Filming for you guys, love doing makeup tutorials and hauls and first impressions, and also hit the notification bell to be notified of every time I upload so you don't miss a video. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Those are all some sort of version of Victoria Claire, except for my Snapchat, which is We The Claire X3. I hope you guys are having a lovely day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!